Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's your buddy, the 14th Prime. And last night we were looking at what could become of Bruticus. You know what I mean? We all speculate Onslaught will definitely have everything that he normally has. All of the combiner pieces to Bruticus. Can't wait to see that. But tonight, we're thinking about the other ones. So we know that, Combiner Wars Devastator was just done, 9 years ago or whatever. And now we're getting a new one. How about this guy? How about this guy? Now, we know, obviously, if they're going to do Vortex will definitely be repainted into blades, obviously. And with that, it's been with a grain of salt that everyone has said, of course, yes, we're getting Defensor. Yes, we know Bruticus is coming. We obviously know Superion is coming. We know Devastator is coming. But what about the Protector bots? And what about Predaking? Do you all think that they will actually give us a scale Predaking and just, knock out all of the combiners across the board? Will they redo Abominus? But that's here nor there. Let's talk about this. So I am actually really, really, really waiting for them to do Defensor and for it to be officially announced. This guy, even though he was, in a handful of episodes, he still made an appearance. Still one of those toys that you got to have, the Combiner Wars did do it. It didn't do it too much justice. What we're looking at here is the original G1 version. Now, the one I have, an old G1 version, but my hotspot is red. So that's how I know it was like a knockoff from like Big Lots or Ross or whatever from back in those days. But I do have an old one, and it's time for an upgrade. Do I want to wait till 2026? What does the 14th Prime always tell you? No, because tomorrow is not promised. When I see it in 2026, that'll be altogether different. But I want one now. So what I did was went on AliExpress, went on eBay. I happened to find the same guy, Demon Knight. There's one that is very technical. It's like a bunch of MP engineered robots. All the reviews say you will be very frustrated. You need to take time with this thing. It takes an hour and 15 minutes. Then I found another one that is actually the Combiner Wars version, but upscaled with better feet and better hands and better articulated fingers. So I, as a G1 lover, a G1er, whatever, call it what you may. I was born in 76, so duh. I've got to have this guy. Got to have Defensor. I think, and again, I'm going to go with the oversized version for right now because that's what's available. I don't want a normal size Combiner Wars version because of the fact of, and you've seen my video, if you haven't, go to my top 20s or just scroll down my videos of this past couple months. I have an oversized Bruticus, my oversized Devastator. I want an oversized Defensor. It's only right. If I had known that they made an oversized Superion, I would have bought that too. But hey, Christmas isn't over. It might be under the tree right now. So, but I know these images are going by slow, but I'm just showing you like the detailed accuracy of what we can expect in Combiner Wars. I want to see how they pull off Streetwise too. Now, like these, the super deformed, hyper stylized, just a little bit versions of him do exist, but toy forms of him, and like I said, after reading many, 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 many reviews on it, a lot of people say this thing is a pain. It's hard to stand up. And then I've seen people that got the Combiner Wars Demon Knight, which is 18 inches for, I think it's $99. Yeah, it's $99. You get all 5 of them. You get both boxes for $114. Because the way that it's sold on the internet, the limbs are set A, hotspot by himself with the extra pieces are part B. Now this right here is the one that I have ordered. It should be here anytime. Well, I'm not here. I'm on vacation, but I'll be home before it gets there. So either way, this guy, why did I pick this one? Because it's huge. It's super stylized. All the reviews I watched on this one stands up. It's the same as Combiner Wars. It's just the legs are flipped out and he looks a lot better. Again, I'm one of those guys. If once, Age of the Primes does start showing up on the store floors and store shelves and I like how it looks, yeah, I'm all for it. But until I can actually put my hands on it, I'm going to get something as a placeholder. And this is going to be my 18-inch Defensor placeholder until Hasbro decides to show us what they're doing. Again, this was one of the teams that a lot of people hated in Combiner Wars because of how Hotspot joined together. The ladder got on people's nerves. They said the motorcycle was just too big, which, granted, yes, you're not going to have a bike that's the same size as a helicopter, but for the sake of mass shifting Transformers scale, that's what they do. It is what it is. A motorcycle forms a leg, a motorcycle forms a leg. It is what it is. I'm not changing it. I like it, actually. So, but again, when you look at, how Combiner Wars did it, they put the leg as, you could swap it around, Scramble City style. So we'll see what this new line brings. We'll see how they handle doing Defensor. It irks me looking at this picture and Streetwise is not the leg. Like, that just drives me nuts. I can deal with Rook being replaced and not necessarily being an ambulance, like the SUV fits or whatever. But anyway, it's your buddy, the 14th Prime. Merry Christmas to all of you. Let's just see how Bruticus turns out once they announce it, now that we've seen Menasor, Devastator, Superion, and this is sure to come next. And like I said, obviously they have to do Defensor, because who else are you going to retool or repaint Vortex into? You know what I mean? They love money. They will definitely, if there's a helicopter mold that can be used, this is going to be the standard of which they repaint it, retool it, or whatever they need to do to make it look like whoever they needed to make it look like. Enjoy your morning tomorrow morning. Merry Christmas, everybody. It's your buddy, the 14th Prime.